Records. What are they but music pressed on vinyl? That's exactly what they are, and I own a lot of them. So today I'm going to be going through my top 10 vinyl, my favorite vinyl that I've ever purchased in my life. Now you may be wondering, Carter, how did you rank these albums? And for that, let me propose to you vibes. I basically assembled this list based on how I felt about what my coolest vinyls are, but I'm also going to be ranking each one on a 5-star thing out of, first of all, how good the actual album is, how good the music is. Secondly, I'm going to be going over how cool the vinyl is, how cool the covered art is, and finally, I'm going to be going over how rare it is, how cool I feel to have this vinyl. And without any further ado, let's get into the rankings, except I actually felt like adding 2 extra vinyls, so they're gonna be my honorable mentions, my 2 honorable mentions. They're 2 very cool albums. They're not in the top 10, but they're very cool. Number one, this is number 12. My number 1 honorable mention is gonna be The Unseen by Quasimodo. Now, if I'm being honest, there's not really anything special about this vinyl. It's kind of one that everyone can get, but I have been loving this album recently. And so this is my video and I can put it as an honorable mention and I can do whatever I want because this is my video. This is my video. Just recently, for some reason, I've just been bumping this album so much. First of all, the covered art just is cool, and it's like Madlib is making his beat in his car while being chased by the cops. Obviously, you have your very popular tracks on this album that are very good, which is like Microphone Mathematics and also MHBs. One of my favorites, to be honest, that I've been playing a lot is Real Eyes. I don't know, there's something about that beat that just gets me, and Quasimodo just does his thing. And believe it or not, Quasimodo is Madlib. Overall, just a classic hip-hop album that I don't think gets enough recognition. I mean, it's an album produced by Madlib, so it's just amazing on the beat side. For the actual music of this album, I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I mean, it's just amazing. All the songs I enjoy. I've really been enjoying walking to them, just having them on. Now for the cover art and the vinyl itself, now the vinyl is black, but also it kind of fits the vibe of like a black vinyl because I don't know how to describe this, but you know, it's sampling older songs and it just fits the feeling of a black vinyl. But I also love the artistry of the cover art, and so low-key, I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5. Just like the way that the cover art was drawn. I think it's so simple, but it's low-key just creative and it looks really cool. I really like just being able to put this on my little vinyl thing over there. I just look at it and I'm like, that's a piece of art. Now for the rarity of this, I feel like, granted, this is kind of a mass-produced, you know, rerun, so it's not very rare, but not too many people have it. So I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5 stars because I feel very cool pulling this out every once in a while when somebody's like, nobody actually asked me to play vinyl, but it'll happen someday. And on that day, I'm gonna wow them with the fact that I have The Unseen by Quasimodo. After that, my second out of 2 honorable mentions is gonna be When Angels Cry by Jev. I listened to this album at a time where I'd explored some of Jev's work, but had not fully come around on him. And so whenever my friends sent me this album, I was blown away. I mean, Alice is such a crazy intro. The beats on this album are all just really good, and they're so amazing at already giving you, like, putting you into the vibe of the song before Jev spills his heart out. I think The Killer She-Wolf is my favorite song on this album just because it's so amazing. Like, the storytelling on it is unbelievable. I love the beat. It's incredible. Overall, as a full project, it's just so amazing. Whenever you listen to it, track 1 to the last track of the album, it's a phenomenal album, and I'm so happy to have it on vinyl. I would give the music of this album a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I would give the album cover, the actual vinyl itself, probably a 3.5 out of 5. I really like the cover art on, you know, the one thing is it's very simple, but it gives its point across about he's growing up, he's facing these struggles. The vinyl itself, I like that it's colored, but it is just a cream, which is nice, but like, we've got some crazy ones coming up. And for the rarity of this, how cool I feel to have this album, I think would be like 4 out of 5. I mean, I think it's not being sold anymore. It's limited. I have the 93rd out of 200th copy, which I think is really cool because Jev wrote that. Overall, a phenomenal album. And just a cool vinyl to have that I feel like not many people have. Now, getting into the actual top 10, what you came here to see. First of all, we're gonna start off with my 5th anniversary edition of Swimming by Mac Miller. Now, this is an amazing project, first of all, but this vinyl is crazy. It is very nice to see that like the Mac Miller estate has not just taken his work and kind of thrown it to the dogs. It's been really cool to see that they really care about it. And you can see in this, like it's got a full on fold-outable thing. I don't know if you can see this, but it looks cool. It's got like all the letters of swimming in there, which I think is really cool. And also just kind of the redesign of the back is just like, you know, it shows the effort that they put into making this. To be honest, I love this entire album. It's kind of hard for me to pick favorites. I really like the beat on What's the Use. I mean, the bass just gets to me. Come Back to Earth. Wow. Just, I think my favorite on this album has to be Jet Fuel or 2009. It's very close. It kind of teeters day by day. It's very hard. It's an amazing project all the way through. I think for the actual content of the album, the music, I'm going to give it a 5 stars out of 5 stars. Obviously, Mac Miller did not know what was going to happen in 2018 whenever he released this, but it's just, it weighs so heavy on me what happened and the impact that this album has had on hip hop, but also just showing the maturity that Mac Miller achieved right before the end of 2018. I think for cover art and the vinyl itself, I'm honestly gonna give this a 5 out of 5. I'll say it. It's crazy because the actual design of the vinyl itself is amazing. Whenever I originally saw it, I was like, that's perfect. I just want to put it on a wall because it's so beautiful. I just like kind of the redesign of this. Now, one thing is I do really like the original cover of Swimming, and so I don't know. I kind of wish I could have that, but this is a very cool one with the dots and the multicolored. It's a very cool vinyl overall, and I think the design of it was thought through so much that I just love it. Now, the rarity of this thing, it's not very rare, and I think they're still selling it, so it's not looking good there. I'll probably give it a 1.5 stars out of 5 because I don't want to go down to 1 stars because all my vinyls are cool and rare, but it's a 1.5 out of 5. But overall, just a super cool album for a super cool vinyl for a super cool album. Next up, number 9, we have Burning Desire by Mike. Low-key, I need to stop saying this because it just, I'm too new to hip-hop, but this was the first album that got me into Mike. I had heard Hunger, I had heard like the popular songs, but whenever my friend was like, hey, Anthony Fantano rated this a strong 8 out of 10, it's a really good album, you should listen to it, I gave it a shot. And after hearing some of his past material, which I wasn't too crazy about, this album blew me away. Overall, I think most of the beats on this are very good. Mike seems the most energized that he has like ever been up to this point, and the features on this album just did a really good job. There are a lot of songs on this album. I want to say that my favorites are Snake Charm, Set the Mood, Burning Desire, 16s, and What You Say You Are. I think those are phenomenal songs. Overall, my only qualm with this album is really just how short some of the songs are. They just feel like they pass by in an instant and I want to sit there for a bit longer. But overall, a phenomenal project. I mean, Mike as of late has just been killing it, and this was an amazing way to start kind of the run that he's in right now. I like this vinyl though, in particular why it's number 8 on my list is because I got this actually at one of his shows for Burning Desire. I came out, had a great time, and I got this vinyl, and I think overall it's such a cool design, and also the vinyl itself is a limited maroon color and I really like it. I think for the music side of this, I would rate it a 3.75 out of 5. For the cover and vinyl, I'm gonna rate it 5 out of 5. I just love the cover. I mean, the art on it's so cool. The back is just like, I don't even know what that is, but it's sick. But the middle, that's so cool to me. I just love the design of it. I really love all the artwork that surrounded this project, and the maroon color of it is just like, I don't know how to describe it. I just have like it makes me want to play it. I really like the color of the vinyl. For the rarity of this thing, I think that it's not really being sold and it's kind of limited maybe to his shows. I could be wrong on that, so I'm gonna go 3.5 out of 5. Number seven, the good old guy who I get a ton of hate on for liking. This is the Alexander Technique by Rex Orange County. Look, every time I bring this guy up to my friends, they hate him, and so I'm gonna talk to you guys about him, because maybe I can change some of your guys' hearts, or maybe you guys agree with me. Back in 2021, when I was first like getting into music, my first like music genre that I got into was very much like, no, this was like 2020. I got into like indie and like indie pop, indie rock, whatnot. During this whole phase, I got into Rex Orange County. I really got into Apricot Princess. That is my all-time favorite Rex Orange County album. I don't know why I don't have it on vinyl yet, but very quickly, this album is becoming my second favorite. For me, I feel like Pony and Who Cares are kind of tied. They both have their strengths and their downfalls to me, but Pony has Pluto Projector, which is the greatest song of all time, basically. But that aside, this album was amazing. This was highly anticipated for me last year, and it did not disappoint. Honestly, I don't think I put this on my top 10 albums of 2024. And looking back on that, this album has really grown on me so much, like out of nowhere. I kind of just, I feel like for a while I stopped listening to it and I was like, it's an okay album. And then I got this vinyl, which is kind of the limited edition one. I'll go into that in a little bit here. But I got this vinyl and I just started playing it more and more. And I was like, low key, these lessons that like Rex Orange County has learned and he's going through on this, I was like, I need to learn this as well. Like, it's just, so much of these songs are an amazing reminder. They're very well written, but also on the at the same time, I think the production of this album is very good. I mean, it's relaxing at times. It's very vibrant at times. Very like, he's kind of sometimes going back to his roots of more jazzier stuff. Like on the end of Guitar Song, I love that so much. Alexander, when I first heard it, I thought was such a silly song. And now I'm just like, wow. I'm like relating to it too much. I'm like, he was being so for real on that song. I mean, 2008, such a good song for reminiscing on the past. Therapy, such a good song. I could go on and on about these songs. Pure might be my favorite one. I love the ending instrumental on the guitar is so beautiful. One of These Days is also amazing. Much Too Much might be my second. One of These Days might be my third. This was an amazing album overall that I kind of come back to whenever I need to chill out and realize that not to take life too seriously. And so overall, I think I'd put the music on this at a 4 out of 5 stars. Now for the vinyl itself, I think this one is very sick. I mean, you can see this is an alternate cover, but also, you know, he's like laying down, but this you can replace. I think that's so sick that you can take these out and you can swap them around and it like changes seasons. Like, I'm not particularly fast at this, but whoa, now it's winter. I think that's so cool, and that was such a cool design choice by him and his team and whoever made this vinyl that I just appreciate that a lot. And I also think, like, I don't even know how to describe the vinyl itself, but like the tiger print-esque look of it is just so cool as well. It's really, I mean that's why it's on this list. It is just such a beautiful vinyl. It's so beautiful to play and look at, and I get very mesmerized by it. As far as rarity, I low-key also should have done my research, and I don't know how rare this is, but I'm gonna give it a strong 3.5 out of 5 again, because I think it's rare because it's like the exclusive that came out when it dropped, but I bought it like a couple months after, so I'm likely wrong. Number 7, this one is a true classic hip hop album. This is my second Madlib album on this. I guess it wasn't in my top 10. First Madlib album to break the top 10. This is Madvillainy. Now, there's nothing actually special about this vinyl other than it being kind of the run-of-the-mill Madvillainy vinyl that is sold everywhere. But this vinyl is just so special to me. Madvillain is just one of the first hip-hop albums I got into. Fun fact, this video is just for the people who want to know more about me, because I'm cool and epic. The first real time I got introduced into hip hop was Parker Cole and I were at the gym and they were doing a rappers bracket, and I want to say it was MF Doom versus Joey Badass. And so they were like, Carter, we're gonna have you be the deciding factor. And so Parker picked an MF Doom song, which was all caps, and then Cole picked a Joey Badass song, which was Survival Tactics. And so they both played them for me, and low-key, it just blew my mind. I was like, oh my God, I've been listening to TikTok indie music for the past 2 years, and this is incredible. And while I think I picked the Joey Badass song, Survival Tactics, all caps just got me fully into MF Doom as a rapper and also Madvillain as a project. And so while this vinyl isn't very impressive, this album itself is so important to me and getting into hip hop. I mean, this really just was one of the first projects I ever listened to, and it stuck. My favorite song in this album is definitely Raid. I just absolutely love the beat on that one. MF Doom's just going off. There's just something about it. Obviously, really like kind of the basic picks like Curls, Fancy Clown, and All Caps. I don't know if Fancy Clown's like I think it's very popular. I mean, it's just a great track. I really, for some reason, like Great Day and Rhinestone Cowboy. Like, those stay in my rotation for some reason. Money Folder's also really good. Accordion's amazing. Meat Grinder's amazing. I mean, this is just such a loaded project, and I love it. I just love everything about it. So for the music, I'm going a 5 out of 5. I think this is a perfect album. It's a perfect collab album, maybe the best collab album out there. For the actual vinyl and stuff itself, I mean, that's a pretty cool cover if you ask me. I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5. The cover art is cool, and while it's a black vinyl, this one very much fits like the feeling of a black vinyl. You know, it's just that feeling of an old-timey vinyl, old-timey music that it feels appropriate to put on. For the rarity of this, I'm gonna go with a 1 out of 5. I mean, it's mass-produced, it's been re-released, but amazing album. I wouldn't kill, but I would really like the special limited edition version of this, but I think it's like $500 and I don't have that kind of money to spare. Number six, we're about to crack top 5 here, which is going to be monumental territory. It's just going to be 5 vinyls. I don't know why they're all special, but this one took me a while to get. Which is crazy because it's on my hoodie today. This is Blonde by Frank Ocean. Now, this album I was introduced to last year. Now, believe it or not, guys, I used to be a Frank Ocean hater, which is crazy. Because now I own, yeah. I feel like most Frank Ocean haters, they just don't get it. You know, they don't put the time in to listen to it. And once you do, you realize just how good the music is. This album I remember listening to last year and I was like, yeah, it's fine. Like, I was trying to get more into hip hop, more into R&B, and I was like, yeah, it's an okay album. It's fine. And there was just one week where like everything was going wrong. I put on this album, and for some reason, it just touched me so much that moment that I've been a day one Blonde fan ever since. Going through the songs, I mean, I like all of them. Nikes has grown on me so much. Ivy and Pink and White are obviously they're your most popular ones. They're amazing. Solo, I think, is so underrated. It's so good. Skyline 2 as well. Self Control and Nights are just they're definitely on like top 100 songs of all time. They're just transcendent. Pretty Sweet has grown on me quite a bit. That drum loop just gets me now. Close to You has also grown on me quite a bit. I don't know, something about the Stevie Wonder sample. White Ferrari, I mean, is just it's amazing. And Siegfried has grown on me a ton. Godspeed's amazing, and Future, like, there's just too much to say about this album. Music wise, this is a 5 out of 5 album. It's a perfect album. All the intricacies of it were just perfectly thought out by Frank Ocean, and he cooked so hard that he decided not to drop ever again. But beyond that, the actual vinyl and the cover art itself, I think it's cool. I think it's cool to see some of the intricacies in this cover art of, like, I don't know where to, I'm trying to look at where to put my, there we go, the Band-Aid there. Like, the things that he thought about during this photo shoot for the cover art, I think are just cool to look at. Overall, I really like the blonde text. It's weird. Why can't he just take the E off and make it look like blonde? But it's fine. For some reason, I really like the font he uses for all of the song names. I think it just, I don't know. I'm not a graphic designer, but it looks cool. And this is a big picture of him with a helmet on. Vinyl overall isn't that special. It's a black vinyl, but almost also just fits the vibe of this album. It's a very much like rainy day album for me. And it's just simple, and I like that it's simple. It's also just, I can't even describe this, but whenever you're feeling it, the paper of it feels soft. And so I'm gonna give this a 3 out of 5 for the vinyl itself. And for the rarity, I think you can definitely still buy this. It's definitely expensive, and I got this one for my birthday, thank goodness. But you definitely can. So it's a 1 out of 5. Woo-hoo-hoo! We're getting to my top 5. These are the ones I'm really excited for. I was excited for the top 10, but these are just perfect albums, perfect vinyls that I'm ready to share with you guys that I just love. This first one is Simbi. Sometimes I Might Be Introvert by Little Simz. This is, again, just another, it signifies like a stepping stone in my relationship with hip hop. This was back in the day whenever I was trying to get more into it, and Cole and I agreed to give each other 2 albums to listen to, and his 2 that he gave to me was Simbi, this one right here, and The Forever Story by JID. And this one stuck the landing. Oh my gosh, that day I was entrenched. Don't know if you guys know this. I play the violin. I've always been like a very orchestral guy, and this album just blew me away with the production, and Little Simz just flows over the beats like water. Overall, just an album that I've fallen in love with. And to be honest, I've been listening to a lot of Lil Simz this year. She is my top artist so far, and I've been loving this album. And No Thank You, but I don't have No Thank You on vinyl. Introvert, amazing banger, just crazy way to start the album. Woman, just the organ, it's just so beautiful. 2 Worlds Apart has grown on me a lot. I Love You, I Hate You, just the sample and the way she uses it is amazing. Little Q used to be my favorite song. I mean, with the interlude, it's just so deep, and the production is just so good. Right now, Standing Ovation, I think, is my favorite song in this album. It's just such luxurious production and such luxurious rapping, and I don't think it's my favorite Little Simz song, but it's really, really up there. Just one thing about this that really got me was how good the interludes are. Interludes, I think, can really kind of make or break an album, because sometimes they're kind of random and I'm like, why, what are we doing here? But the interludes were just so well placed and so well done that I was very impressed. Rolling Stone, just a heavy hitting banger. It's really crazy to me that, like, the amount of styles that she was able to fit into this album. Like, at the ending, she starts with Point and Kill and Fear No Man. She adds some African production and some stylistic choices that I think just fit so well. But you know, it's such a diverse amount of choices that were put together to make this album, and they all go together so well. And the ending with How Did You Get Here and Misunderstood are just, it's just the perfect way to end the album and end the story. And the music is 5 out of 5. I love this album. It's one of my favorite albums of all time. and I'm ready for May. I don't know the date, but my Lotus vinyl is already pre-ordered, and I'm very excited for the Electric Pink. For the vinyl itself, I really like the aspect that it is just straight up clear. I think it's nice. It's simple. It just, this entire like vinyl just feels very clean. I mean, like this cover is just, it's such a hard photo of Little Simz, and this photo as well. I think they're just so clean. And the middle photo, I don't know, there's something about it that it's just, I'm gonna give this a 4.5 out of 5 stars for its presentation. And finally, for how rare this is, I don't think it's that rare, but also it's kind of hard to find. So I'm going to give it a 2.5 out of 5. Number 4, we have Clairo. We have Charm by the one and only Clairo. Now this album, wow. It surprised me that I got as into this album as I did. And before you call me a male manipulator, I don't know what I was going to say to defend myself. I think I probably listened to this album too much. This album surprised me so much, and I wasn't planning on listening to it in the first place until I saw this random Instagram reel, and it was of somebody dancing to Juna. And I just like melted. I was like, I have to. I love jazz so much, and this album just exemplified it so well. And surprisingly, honestly, after my first listen, I wasn't crazy about it. I really liked the jazz, but at the same time, to me, all the songs kind of blended together. They kind of felt like one, apart from like Juna, because it's Juna. But after like a lot of listening to it, I started to kind of form separate identities with each of the songs, and I've grown to love each one so much. Like Nomad, just an amazing opener. I mean, Sexy to Someone, also good. Second Nature, I mean, that beat change whenever it slows down and does what, oh my gosh, that's a beat of all time right there. That brings me, I don't, that just puts me in a state of mind that I can't even describe. Thank You, I really like, and I don't even know how to describe it. Terrapin, the drums, it's just so, it's so jazzy. It's so just the crispness of it. Juna, best song in the album. It's fantastic. Out of My Love, also fantastic. Echo, I think, gets overlooked. It's slowly becoming one of my favorite songs of the album. And also Glory of the Snow and Pure 4 definitely get overlooked. And they're just, this entire album is just a journey. And the music is 5 out of 5 because, of course, all of these are, because it's grown on me so much more even than whenever I put it into my top 10 albums of 2024, and I'd probably put it way higher now. For the presentation of this album, I like this front cover. I mean, I think the embossing on this Charm Clairo is very cool. A very nice touch. I think the artistry on the back is cool. The middle is kind of cool. It's this just image of her and all the people working on the album. I think it's chill and sick. And the actual vinyl itself, I think, is so cool. It just fits the vibe of the album. I think if I was to imagine this album, it would either be the green that is the font color of Charm, or lavender. It just matches so well. I think for presentation, I'm gonna give this a 4.5 out of 5, and for rareness, I'm pretty sure they kind of stopped selling these. So I'm a dude, I don't know my facts. I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5. I'm very happy with this vinyl. This is one where I'm like, this album I don't play very much on streaming, but whenever I'm here and I'm just relaxing, this is the first thing on my mind to put on. We have made it to the top 3, guys. And my number 3 is Imaginal Disc by Magdalena Bay. This is a very new pick for me, and I love it. Just, oh my gosh. It's just such a magical, I don't even know how to describe it. I love Sense. As you guys can tell, I'm a big Tyler guy. I love Sense, and this album just blew me away in a way I wasn't expecting. Every song here, I mean, you're gonna hear it with all the top 5. Of course you are. I love them. She Looked Like Me, amazing beat, amazing singing. Killing Time, amazing. True Blue interlude has grown on me a a bunch. Image is amazing. Death and Romance is amazing. Watching TV is slowly becoming one of my favorites on the track. I think whenever it starts to like do the glitchy stuff and it's oh, it's beautiful. And Tunnel Vision, whenever you get into it and the beat changes, it's just so beautiful. Love is Everywhere is crazy that is a beat that they gave Lil Yachty. It just surprises me how well they do singing on this and how well Lil Yachty did on it. And it's just two very different experiences. That's My Floor. Such a banger. Oh my gosh, just the production of this album was so well done, and the singing by Mika is just amazing. Cry For Me, Angel on a Satellite, and the ballad of Matt and Mika is just such a crazy way to end off this album. It's a perfect album. It's a 5 out of 5 for me. I love it so much, and the presentation of this album is just as amazing. I mean, I really like this. I found it so funny that this was the back because I didn't expect it at all, but I really like the font choices. These low-key, I cannot place my finger. These low-key confused me, but they're so cool that I don't even care. I'm like, I see that on my vinyl. I'm like, I'm guessing whether this is an A or a B, but it's sick. And then guys, what is this? This is just such sick art on the inside. It was so well produced, and the vinyl itself is just gorgeous, man. I mean, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. This is gonna be a 5 out of 5 for presentation for me. It's just beautiful. They killed it. I don't think they could have done better. And for rarity, I'm pretty sure this was a one-time drop. I could be wrong on that, but I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. And we're down to our top 2. Now, there's definitely a couple albums that you guys have not seen that I bet a few of you guys are expecting, and they're gonna be the 2 albums that are in my top 2. Now, number 2, I'm going with Igor by Tyler, the Creator, but not the normal version, the cool epic version. As many of you know, Igor was my gateway into Tyler, the Creator. I remember having conversations back in the day with people where I'd be like, you know, some of Tyler's stuff slaps and some of it just really, really sucks. And I remember the first song that really got me into Tyler, the Creator was Are We Still Friends? And I just started exploring Igor, and it grew on me so much, so quickly. I mean, it's kind of a hard album to get in first listen because, you know, there's so much there. It's so experimental. But once you are in it, this album might be my favorite album of all time. And I'm being so for real right now. I mean, guys, this is crazy to me. And I think I'm delusional for this, but Igor's theme might also be my favorite Tyler song. And believe it or not, guys, I went to the Tyler concert this spring, and oh my gosh, whenever he played Igor's theme, dude, I was losing it. I was jumping up and down. There's footage of that, and you guys are not gonna see that, but I was losing my mind. The beat is just so good that it doesn't need that many words. Earthquake, banger. I think banger. Running Out of Time, banger. New Magic Wand, banger of all bangers. A Boy Is a Gun, way too overlooked, especially by my Discord. They allow A Boy Is a Gun hate in there, and I don't. If I wasn't so nice and cool of a channel runner, I would ban them all, but I believe they get to speak their mind or whatever. Puppet, grown on me a lot, banger. What's Good, banger. Gone Gone, thank you. Just what? I Don't Love You Anymore, way too overhated. And Are We Still Friends? I mean, music wise, 5 out of 5, you know it. One thing, I'm not a big fan of Boyfriend. I don't think that's an unpopular take. It's grown on me a bit, but low key, I think the album itself is a 5 out of 5. But if I had to add Boyfriend, it might go down to a 4.5 out of 5. I think it's fine. But the rest of it's just so good that yeah. Presentation of this, I mean, I just really like the special cover art. It took a bit to grow on me because obviously that's the point of it, is it's drawn out a little weirdly because it's Igor, you know, it's like that. But the back, I love this Igor font, just so bold, and this just photo of Tyler, just it hits. It hits. The actual vinyl color itself being mint green, my favorite color is green, and so I think that's just sick. And I don't think I play this vinyl very much, but it's just so beautiful, and I need to whip it out more. It's amazing. But you know what's more amazing? Is my #1 vinyl of all time. And that, ladies and gentlemen, I still have to grab. It's over there. I'll be back. If you guys have seen this channel, I think you guys are gonna know what this is. It's a very obvious pick, but it's the best vinyl that I own. And this is Chromacopia by Tyler, the Creator. I know I have a double Tyler pick, and I don't care because they're both amazing albums and amazing vinyls. Chromacopia is such a cool album to me because it's the first big release for an artist that I've been like actually following ever. Like, I never followed an artist as much as I've followed like Tyler's stuff, and I've never seen him drop before Chromacopia. And so this was such a big moment for me. You guys know it because I have a literal 50-minute video going over and explaining my thoughts about Chromacopia. Overall, this album of the year last year, it's just so amazing. I mean, I can go through the songs. The rollout of the album was amazing. Saint Chroma, I love that second beat so much. Ratata, banger. I don't even need a track list because I know these so well. Noid, I had like 200 listens to before the album even came out. Darling I. Tizo, just Tizo. Hey Jane, Judge Judy, and I Killed You all grew on me so much. Sticky Loki also had to grow on me, which I don't want to talk about, but it's an amazing song. Then Take Your Mask Off is just, the instrumental for it's so good. Daniel Caesar is just such an amazing vocalist. Tomorrow is such a sad song. And then on this one, I'm just gonna say it now, Mother. The hit song Mother that, if it was actually on the album, I think it'd be a top 3 song for me. I love Mother so much. The production, Tyler's rapping is just so good, and the meaning behind it and just everything about it. After that, Thought I Was Dead. I mean, it's the banger. It's the real. There's so many bangers of this album, but Thought I Was Dead is probably my favorite. And then there's Like Him. That Thought I Was Dead to Like Him is crazy, but maybe not as crazy as Like Him to Balloon. But I digress. Like Him, just such a beautiful song, such a amazing representation of how much Tyler has grown. And then also Balloon with Doechii, both great verses, amazing production. And I Hope You Find Your Way Home. That production, I mean, it's an underrated song for sure. I mean, that, wow. One of Tyler's best verses ever, some of Tyler's best production. That is just this album. It's beautiful. And the thing I just love about this album and this actual vinyl in particular is how cool it is that it is like a demo version of the album. Like, there are songs on here that are not fully mixed, that are different verses, and that is so cool. Anyway, I'm gonna rate kind of I don't know what to do. Music for Chromacopia, it's a perfect album. It's a 5 out of 5. Presentation and how this album looks, it's so cool to me that I have like my actual number on here of like what album I got, and then also just green is my favorite color. This is sick. The vinyl being green, that's like my favorite green of all time. I know I'm glazing this and Igor way too much, but they're just amazing albums, and it's really cool to see what Tyler puts in extra for pretty much all of his vinyls, with like an extra song or extra snippets, and just making it really look cool. So music 5 out of 5, presentation 5 out of 5, and the rarity of this, there were 100,000 sold. That's a fair amount, but you can't get them, and they're low-key rare. So I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5. This is a 5, 5, 5. We call those triple fives. This is my perfect vinyl. This is my favorite vinyl. This is the most amazing vinyl. ever. And that's my list. Those are my favorite albums that I own on vinyl. Let me know what you guys think of my list in the comments, if there's anything you would change around, and also let me know what your guys' favorite vinyls that you own are. Thank you guys seriously for just watching a video of me literally ranting about the music I like, and if you want to see more of this, subscribe. It's the best way to support me, and also just you get to see all my things pop up in your feed, and you're like, ah, it's Carter. With that being said, I do hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.